This Family Life News podcast is made possible by the support of listeners like you.
Welcome back to another edition of Hometown Heroes on Family Life. I'm Mark Webster, and this week's guest is Paul Marshall, outgoing head of the Willow network of pregnancy care centers in central New York, stepping aside after 20 years at the helm. We began by discussing New York State's efforts to sue pregnancy care centers like Willow for offering alternatives to abortion, including abortion pill reversal.
The state of New York seems to want to put us out completely, and it's been an ongoing struggle, especially for the last 10 years.
This past week, that was in court as well.
Yes, it was in court in Buffalo. I wasn't able to make the hearing, but I was just reading a couple of articles about it.
Let me start there, and then we'll backtrack. But how do you think that's going to play out? Kind of a tough one to predict, but certainly the climate in Albany is not favorable.
Yeah, it really is hard to predict, and I don't know what the end result will be, but it's apparent that they want to squash any opportunity a woman might have to change her mind once she started taking the abortion pill. They don't want her to know about the abortion reversal pill. And it's really a sad state of affairs, in my opinion. You would think that freedom of speech alone would allow for a woman to get the information that she needs should she decide to change her mind midstream.
I was looking over your website, and it really seems to treat the whole topic and all the various nuances of it very even-handedly, just out there to present information to give a woman the most informed choices she could have. New York State seems to think it's not a good idea to have information.
Yeah, it really is mind-boggling, and that is our objective. We want to provide them with all the information that they need to make a well-informed decision as opposed to a knee-jerk decision that they might regret later.
Take me back 20 years. What was the organization like then, and how has it grown since?
At that point, we were known as CareNet Pregnancy Center of Central New York. We had 4 locations, and we've now grown to 7. We serve communities in 4 different counties: Herkimer, Oneida, Madison, and Onondaga County. And we've continued to expand our programs. At the time that I came on board, we had 1 parenting program, and now we have multiple. And we also include programs for people that have been victimized by sexual assault and et cetera. We try to take a very comprehensive array of opportunities for women to connect with us and find the healing and the peace that they need.
Over those 20 years, what changes, if any, have you seen in the knowledge base that women have coming in? Is it changed at all?
I don't know that it's changed a lot. I think that most of the women who come here do not have a solid understanding about the stages of fetal development. Many of them are shocked to realize that by the time they realize they're pregnant, there's already a growing heartbeat. Oftentimes, by the time they come here, they can see arms and legs starting to develop. If they choose to have an ultrasound, it hasn't changed, and that's the problem. There needs to be more education on fetal development.
They say knowledge is power, and we've heard a lot from centers like yours that often that ultrasound can really be a difference maker.
Yeah, it can be a watershed moment. A lot of times they don't realize just how far along they are and that there's growing life inside of them. It's an amazing thing when that awareness hits home and becomes reality, and it doesn't necessarily mean they are still going to choose life or, make a life-affirming decision, but it gives them the knowledge that they need. And it has, in fact, made the difference in a number of cases, thousands, really.
How does the faith component enter in? How does Willow handle that part of it?
As far as the relationship with our clients go, we just look for opportunities to offer prayer and have an opportunity to speak into their life about faith issues. Most of the people that we see have no clue who Jesus is. By and large, they don't even know he's connected to Christmas and Easter. And so we try to enlighten that part of their life that maybe they will consider attending a Bible study that we might offer. And we've had a lot of success with that. We find that they want to know what Jesus taught, but it's just a matter of getting them to a point where they can manage both the crisis at hand and start considering faith issues. But the stronger that relationship is built, the better opportunity there is to at least offer and on their end receive prayer for the circumstances that they face.
I venture the guess that a majority of women who walk through your doors, at least for them, seems like they are in a major crisis.
Definitely. I mean, we cast a wide net, you might say, and we do have a number of women that come to us who are really not in a crisis mode. They want to take parenting classes. They want to learn how to prepare for their role as being parents and raise their children to the best of their ability. So we have that part too. But for those that are trying to sort out the issues that they face, should they suddenly discover that they're pregnant, yeah, it is a crisis moment, and they do need some time to think things through.
That's Paul Marshall, outgoing head of the Willow network of pregnancy care centers in central New York, handing over the reins of leadership after 20 years of service. Please join us again next time as we search for your home, your town, your hero. It's Hometown Heroes on Family Life.
Thank you for listening to this Family Life News podcast. If you've been encouraged by what you've heard, please share it with others and click the subscribe button to automatically receive future episodes. Family Life is a listener-supported ministry. Podcasts like this are made possible by your financial partnership. Find out more at familylife.org.